Periods are a natural and healthy part of a woman's life, but with it comes physical and emotional changes. And for some women, period cramps can bring life to a halt. Today we're discussing 3 restorative poses that can bring relief on days when cramping is intense or simply uncomfortable. I'll also share 3 discrete poses you can do at work for some relief. Let's get to it. Hello, I'm Amanda Rebecca. Welcome to another episode of Everybody Flow Yoga. Today we're discussing period cramping and how to find relief through yoga. Before we get into the restorative poses, a quick review of why you're having cramps and how yoga poses can counter what's going on in the body. Period pain is primarily caused by contractions of the uterus, which is the muscle in your lower abdomen which sheds its lining during your period. These contractions are triggered by hormone-like substances called prostaglandins. Higher levels of this substance is associated with more severe cramping. Factors that can influence the intensity of cramps include age. Women under 30 generally experience more cramping, but not always. Your flow. Heavier periods are often associated with higher levels of cramping, and whether you smoke and your family history. So how can yoga help? Well, for starters, it can reduce pain and tension. Yoga poses can help to release tension in the muscles of the abdomen, hips, and lower back, which are often the source of menstrual pain. It can improve blood circulation. Certain poses can enhance blood flow to the pelvic area, which can help to alleviate cramps and promote healing. And it can calm the mind. The breathing techniques and meditative aspects of yoga can help to reduce stress and anxiety, which can worsen menstrual symptoms. Our first restorative pose is supported child's pose. I've got a pillow from my couch and 2 blankets. If you have a yoga bolster, you can use that instead of a pillow, or you can just use multiple blankets or multiple pillows, whatever works for you. I'm going to be on my mat, but you can be on the carpet, or if you have a hard floor, I would recommend putting down a blanket. You just want to be comfortable. So the first thing you want to do is put your pillow or support, whatever you're using, in front of you here. And then I'm going to widen my knees so it's on either side of my support. My big toes are together. Now, first thing is if you have really tight hamstrings and you cannot sit back on your ankles, that's fine. You can take a blanket or a pillow, place it between your hamstrings and your hips. And if you need more than one, you just again want enough support so it's comfortable. I'm going to take a folded up blanket, and this is mainly for height. I'm going to put this right on top of my pillow. I know I'm going to need another blanket, so I'm going to lay this blanket that I was using up here. So you just want it comfortable and high enough so that when you lean forward, you're just going to come to rest. If you need to pull everything in. Oh, that already feels good. And turn your head to the side. Your arms can be anywhere, whatever feels comfortable. Make any adjustments you need because you want to be able to stay in the position for a couple of minutes, maybe 5 minutes, maybe longer if it feels really good. And if you are going to be in the position for several minutes, I'd say after a couple of minutes, turn your head to the other side. And once again, as in all of our poses, you want to begin to deepen the breath. Taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. or the nose. Connecting with your breath and focusing on your breath helps calm the mind, which calms the nervous system. This is also a really good pose if you have any lower back issues. And once you're ready to come out of the pose, just remember, restorative poses are very much meditative poses. So you don't want to just jump out of the pose. So begin to lift yourself up gently and come to a seated position. Whatever feels good. You can have your legs straight out if you want, or easy pose. Just take a moment. Flutter the eyes back open. And that is restorative supported child's pose. Our next pose is supported legs up the wall. You might want a blanket, and I love using an eye pillow for this. By the way, I made this eye pillow, so if you are interested in learning how to make eye pillows, let me know in the comments and I will do a video on that. If you don't have an eye pillow, you can use a hand cloth or a small towel, just something to drape across your eyes while you're in the position. So, the first thing we want to do is find a nice wall. If you don't have a free wall, you can also just use a door. Just make sure it's tightly closed so it doesn't open while you're in the pose. All right, we're going to come up against the wall so that our hip is right up against the wall. And then, let me scooch forward. And then you're just going to lay back and swing your legs up. You just want to be close enough so that when you come lay back down, your legs just gently rest on the wall. This is the pose. Now, if you want a little extra, you can take a blanket and scooch it underneath and have a little bit more padding there. Make sure that you kind of bring your shoulder blades together too, kind of help support you. And this is where I take my eye pillow, place it on the eyes. Oh, that feels so good. Having a little bit of weight on the eyes automatically relaxes you. Now, you can gently bend the knees slightly. You don't want your legs too straight. And then just relax into the pose. You can have your arms out to the side, or you can rest your hands on your belly, or one hand on your heart and one on your belly, whatever feels good. And we're just going to begin to connect with our breath by taking a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth or the nose. Again, just connecting with your breath allows the mind and the body to relax. This is a great pose because it will reduce swelling in the feet and the legs, and it improves circulation. You can stay in this position for 5 or 15 minutes or even longer if it feels good. And then when you're ready, come out of the pose, gently removing the eye pillow, walking the feet down the wall or the door, and then we're just going to roll to the side, coming into the fetal position. Again, we don't want to come out of this too quickly. And then gently use your hands, your arms to lift you back up. Coming into a comfortable seated position. You can come into easy pose or straighten the legs. Lean up against the wall. Fluttering the eyes open. Another option for this pose is simply using a chair. Same idea. You're going to turn toward the chair in this case. Bring the legs up onto the chair. Scooch forward until it feels good. I'm going to have my eye pillow for this as well. Now you can use a blanket to come to rest on behind you, or you can put it under your hips. Again, whatever feels good. If you'd like, you can put the blanket in the chair. This chair isn't that comfortable, so I'm going to do that. And then lean back. Use your hand towel or your eye pillow. Be comfortable. Our final restorative pose is supported reclined cobbler's pose. For this, I'm going to use my pillow, my eye pillow, and 2 blankets. First, I'm going to take the pillow, scooch forward a little bit. This is going to be my back support. So I'm going to put it toward the back of my mat, turn, and sit right on the edge of the pillow. Now, cobbler's pose basically is bringing the soles of your feet together and drawing the feet in close and opening up the knees and the thighs and the legs. Now, if you're really tight and your legs are up here, you may need a little bit more support. So you can get a couple of blankets or pillows and bring them right toward the hips and the ankles and allow the leg to just relax. This is very important. You don't want your knees just hanging out in the air without any support. So again, if you have pillows, whatever you need to do, if you need to stack them, just make sure that on both sides you're very comfortable and your legs are supported. I'm going to get away from the wall a little bit. I can open up my legs. Okay, so for me, I know that just having one blanket on either side works well. So I'm going to bring soles of my feet together, and then I'm going to recline back onto my pillow or my blanket, whatever you have for support. Whew, that feels so good. And then I'm going to take my eye pillow. Once again, place it over my eyes. Now, you want your head and your neck to definitely be supported. So you don't want a pillow just up to the neck and then your head leaning back. So make sure that if you don't have enough length in your pillow or your blanket, put another pillow to support your head and neck. You want a nice long spine, even here. And then begin to connect with the breath, taking nice deep inhales and exhales. And then allowing the body to just relax into the pose. This is a good pose to open up the hips and stretch the inner thighs. It's also a nice stretch through the chest. It opens the chest up. And by connecting with the breath, you are calming the mind and the nervous system. And you can stay in this pose for up to 20 minutes or even longer. whatever feels good. When you're ready to come out of the pose, just use the hands to gently draw the legs together and then scooch over just enough so that you can come onto your side and into the fetal position. Just take a moment before sitting up. And when you're ready, using the hands to gently lift you up into a comfortable seated position. Flutter the eyes open. And that is supported reclined cobbler's pose. Here are some tips for practicing yoga on your period. First, listen to your body. Modified poses wherever needed to make sure that none of the movements cause pain. Second, breathe deeply. By focusing on your breath, it will help you to relax your mind and your body. Use props. Consider using pillows, straps, blankets, anything that will help to support your body and deepen your relaxation. 4, be patient. It might take some time to find the right poses that work best for you. And finally, practice regularly. Just a few minutes of yoga each day can actually make a difference. Here are a few poses you can do at work if you're experiencing cramping. The first one is cat-cow. You're just going to place your hands on your legs. Make sure that your ankles and knees are in alignment. I'm going to move my desk. Nice long spine, draw the shoulders back. And we're going to inhale, press the belly out, chest up, chin up. Exhale, round everything in. So you're basically inhaling your cow. Exhaling cat. And you can do this a few times, following the breath. Gentle movement. And our next pose is a simple twist. So keeping the feet and knees in line, you're just going to turn to the side. You can put your right hand on the outside of your left leg to help with the twist. You're going to want a nice long spine here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slight twist. You can look over your shoulder for a little deeper twist. Connecting with the breath. And then turning back to center and doing that on the other side. So just turning to the other side. Lengthen on the inhale, slight twist on the exhale. And you can stay in these poses for up to a minute if that feels good. And our final pose is a modified child's pose. So you're just going to lean forward, let the belly relax, and lay your forehead on your arms. And just relax here. Sometimes underlying conditions like endometriosis can increase the intensity of cramps. If period pain is severe or significantly impacting daily life, make sure to speak with a healthcare professional. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos to help you on your wellness journey. Thank you for joining me for today's episode of Everybody Flow Yoga. Have a great day. Namaste.